In the glittering yet unforgiving world of Hollywood, where youth is often currency and memory is the invisible thread holding performances together, George Clooney's recent candid admission has sent ripples of unease through both his inner circle and the broader entertainment landscape. The charismatic actor, long revered for his sharp wit, impeccable style and intellectual prowess, has openly confessed to struggling with remembering his movie dialogues, a revelation that has ignited widespread fears about dementia and the inexorable march of aging. This isn't mere actor's block or the fleeting forgetfulness that plagues us all after a long day. It's a poignant public acknowledgement from a man who has built his legacy on being the smartest, most composed figure in any room. As Clooney promotes his latest project, J. Kelly, these struggles have become more than personal anecdotes. They've sparked whispers in the industry, prompting friends and colleagues to voice genuine concerns for his well-being. At the heart of this story is Clooney's evolving relationship with time itself. During promotional interviews for J. Kelly, a film that delves into themes of reflection and self-reckoning, Clooney found himself grappling with lines that once came to him effortlessly. "It's fascinating how you watch yourself age," he mused in one discussion, referencing a surprise montage crafted by director Noah Baumbach. This sequence, as described by those close to the production, forces viewers, and Clooney himself, to confront the passage of years, the awkward hairdos of youth, the horrible mullets, that now elicit a mix of laughter and longing, and that gut-punch realization that God, that was just yesterday, wasn't it? For Clooney, who turned 64 earlier this year, these moments aren't just cinematic devices. They're mirrors reflecting a life lived in the spotlight, where every wrinkle and lapse is magnified under the relentless gaze of public scrutiny. Insiders from the J. Kelly set have painted a picture of a man whose razor-sharp mind, once his defining trait, now occasionally betrays him in subtle but alarming ways. People are concerned because he's talking more openly about forgetting lines, one source confided, their words carrying the weight of quiet worry rather than idle gossip. This openness is both admirable and unsettling. Clooney has always prided himself on intellectual agility. Think of his roles in films like Ocean's 11, where he orchestrated heists with the precision of a chess master, or The Ides of March, where his political savvy was as much character as performance. To hear him admit that things slip away now, on set evokes a vulnerability that's rare for someone so meticulously curated. It's as if the man who once joked about outsmarting everyone in the room is now negotiating with his own fading recall, a negotiation that feels all too human in an industry that worships eternal youth. The specter of dementia looms large in these conversations, not as a diagnosis but as a fear that Clooney himself has reportedly harbored for years. Dementia is one of George's biggest fears, another insider revealed, emphasizing how deeply this ties into his self-image. Clooney has long been the epitome of suave intelligence, the Harvard-educated humanitarian, the director of socially conscious films like Good Night and Good Luck, the philanthropist who co-founded the Clooney Foundation for Justice. For a man whose career has been buoyed by his ability to command attention with both charm and cerebral depth, the idea of cognitive decline isn't just personal, it's existential. Friends express a mix of empathy and denial. One source noted, "Nobody wants to think of George aging like the rest of us." It's a heartbreaking sentiment, underscoring the pedestal on which we've placed him, as if his aging should somehow be exempt from the frailties that touch everyone else. Yet, Clooney's candor also opens a broader dialogue about aging in Hollywood, a place where actors over 50 are often sidelined unless they fit the mold of grizzled mentor or romantic lead in a nostalgic reboot. Consider the statistics. According to industry reports, roles for women over 40 plummet by nearly 50%, and while men like Clooney fare better, the pressure to remain perpetually vital is immense. Botox, trainers and script doctors are the unspoken tools of the trade, but what happens when the mind, not the body, starts to falter? Clooney's admission echoes the experiences of peers like Bruce Willis, whose aphasia diagnosis in 2022 shattered illusions of invincibility, or Robin Williams, whose battles with Lewy body dementia were revealed posthumously. These stories remind us that fame doesn't confer immunity. If anything, it amplifies the tragedy, turning private struggles into public spectacles. Delving deeper into J. Kelly, the film itself becomes a metaphor for Clooney's current crossroads. Directed by Noah Baumbach, known for introspective works like Marriage Story and The Squid and the Whale, the movie weaves personal history with fictional narrative, forcing characters, and actors, to reckon with their past selves. Clooney's role, as described, involves navigating this emotional terrain, where aging isn't just visual but visceral. "You have to make peace with it," he explained, his voice carrying a gravitas born of experience. The montage sequence, with its parade of youthful indiscretions and triumphs, mirrors Clooney's own life. The barroom brawls of From Dusk Till Dawn, the suave espionage of The American, the directorial triumphs that earned him Oscar nods. But interspersed are the real-life milestones: the marriage to Amal in 2014, the birth of twins Alexander and Ella in 2017, that ground him in domesticity, even as Hollywood beckons. On set, these lapses haven't gone unnoticed. Crew members, accustomed to Clooney's professionalism, have whispered among themselves, wondering if it's just aging, or something more serious. The distinction is crucial. Normal age-related forgetfulness, misplacing keys or blanking on a name, is one thing. Persistent issues with scripted lines suggest a deeper cognitive shift. Neurologists often point to mild cognitive impairment as a precursor to dementia, affecting up to 20% of those over 65. Factors like stress, sleep deprivation, or even the polypharmacy common among high-profile figures could exacerbate it. For Clooney, promoting a film amid a grueling schedule likely compounds the strain. Yet, his willingness to voice these fears sets him apart. In an era of filtered perfection, raw honesty is revolutionary. This revelation also invites reflection on Clooney's legacy. Beyond the silver screen, he's a cultural force. The actor who turned Nespresso ads into high art, the activist who confronted dictators on Casualty of War. His memoir-like reflections in J. Kelly Promotions hint at a man transitioning from performer to sage, using his platform to normalize the uncomfortable. "We all go through it," he said of aging, extending an olive branch to fans facing their own mirrors. It's a democratizing gesture, reminding us that even icons grapple with mortality. Friends rally around him, organizing low-key dinners at his Lake Como villa or Studio City home, where conversations flow freely without the pressure of lines to memorize.